Hello again. Haven't talked to you in a while. 2022 started and just thought that we will recheck on the weight loss, the diet, the new fats, the old fats, and whatever we could do to achieve the healthy body and healthy mind. I've done several YouTube videos on weight loss, obesity, diet, glycemic index, and I don't think anything major has changed as far as I can see. But I'll go over them again, maybe in one or two videos this year, because sometimes the older videos are not looked at again. But if you're interested, there are much more detailed videos done in the past. So this is 2022 diet, weight loss, exercise scheme to achieve the goals. So I'm going to talk about today about exercise rather than about just the diet, and maybe next one we will do diet. So the exercise, everybody knows that everybody needs to do exercise, and not all people can do all the exercises that are shown on various websites and videos. So there is a general principle of doing an exercise, which I will talk about it today. At any age, the three different types of exercises must be done by everybody. And they should be done at least 3, preferably 4 times a week. A gap of 48 hours is detrimental to the muscles or muscle tone. And the little bit more you strain your muscles, better off you are for building the muscles or maintaining the muscles. So depending upon what is your age group, if it is younger, you certainly can support, promote, and build the muscles, especially since in males we have testosterone, and of course the diet is good in proteins. As you start aging, possibility of building the muscles goes down, but maintaining certainly can be done. So there are basic principles of exercise, and that's what I'm going to talk to you today. Number one is we all need 3 kinds of exercises. One exercise is flexibility. As we get older and we sit at the desk and computers and travel in a car or a plane, our posture becomes very different, difficult, and detrimental. Subsequently, doing a flexibility exercises for different joints is very, very important, and that will retain the muscle tone and the joint health much better. The basic principle of flexibility is that you must rotate or use your joints in different motions that they can do all the time. So for example, if you're talking about an elbow joint, which I don't think it needs much explanation, there are only 2 motions. One is to flex it, the one is to extend it, flex it and extend it. This is basic, and I don't think you need that much for the shoulder, for the elbow. But when you look at the joints like shoulder, or when you look at the joint like hip, there is much more different movements which are needed to be done. There is an internal rotation, then there is an external rotation, taking your hand at the back, and then complete circles. And then of course there are other motions in the shoulder. Same thing is with hip and the femur or the thigh bone, where you got to do external rotation and then internal rotation. So the joints are moved through all the flexibility, but at the same time the muscles needs to be flexible. There are 2 major groups of muscles in the thigh, front and the back, quadriceps and hamstring, and most of us have a tight hamstrings, and that's the reason we can't touch our toes without bending the knees when we are bending, or we can't touch our knees with our head because the muscles are too tight and don't allow the knee joint when it is extended comes in a way. So trying to do that is very important. Some people do a rotation of the neck, which is important. Extension, flexion, side bending, and then rotation. are all important. So usually going through the motions of neck movement, shoulder movements, hip movement, and to some extent knee are very important, some to the extent for spine and loosening of the hamstrings. One should spend at least 5-10 minutes doing this. 10 is preferred, 5 is minimum. So flexibility is type 1 exercise that you should always incorporate every time you exercise. Before doing the exercise like cardio or weights, you should do flexibility first and then engage into the other types of exercises. The other types of exercises I just mentioned, one is weight training. The weight training is very important because when you do the weight training, your muscles get toned, they become firmer, and if you do a little bit more, they can increase the mass and the strength. To prevent thinning of the bones, called osteoporosis or osteopenia, which means the bones are thinner but not thin enough to call osteoporosis, one needs the muscle exercises. So they of course can be done for upper extremity, lower extremity, biceps, and then deltoid, which is here, and then of course the leg muscles. And this is important. So one should engage into muscle toning by doing weights. Weight should be enough that it is not too easy, it should not be too difficult, because then you're going to strain the muscles, rupture some muscle fibers and cause more pain, and that will keep you away from doing the exercises. So muscle toning is important, especially when we start aging. Muscle building is important when you are younger. So take a pair of dumbbells and use them for biceps, triceps, deltoid, and chest muscles. If you want to do hamstring and quadricep, the leg muscles, the thigh muscles, and the calf muscle, you will probably need more elaborate exercises with strapped weight on the leg, or actually doing squats or doing a leg press. These big muscles are important in weight loss, as I have mentioned in the past, because bigger the muscle, more calories it spends even when you are sitting, not using the muscle. So a small muscle like triceps, which is on the side of the arm, does not spend much calories, but a big muscle like quadriceps, front of the thigh, hamstring, back of the thigh, and gluteal on your butt, these are the big muscles that spend a lot of calories when you're sitting doing nothing, and certainly that helps a lot. So muscle toning should be part of the daily exercises or 3 times a week exercises. One should do at least 3 sessions or 3 cycles. Each repetition should be at least 10 to 15 times, and that would help. More like 4 cycles would be better, but 3 should be minimum. So upper extremity, lower extremity, and trunk or abdomen and spine are the major division. You could always combine upper extremity with trunk or torso, and then next time you can change that to lower extremity on torso or belly. So these are important exercises that must be done. The cardio exercises and fat burning exercises are also important. The cardio is only when you achieve a heart rate to reach a certain number, and that will stress your heart. If you have never done it, don't do it. If you're older, or if you have any chest discomfort, you must consult a physician. But other than that, you should do a cardio. Cardio would include treadmill, brisk walking, elliptical, or bicycling. These all will increase your heart rate. The easy formula for calculating the safe heart rate is 220 minus your age, which is 100%. Take about 75% of that, and that will help you to limit your stress on the heart. So flexibility, muscle toning, and cardio are the 3 essential. Again, cardio should be included in every session. So flexibility and cardio should be included in every session. Muscle toning split between upper and lower and abdomen and torso for it. I think there's a lot of things that I can talk about exercises, and we'll probably have to do another video. But thank you for watching, and please subscribe if you like it. Thank you.